Hello, thank you for tuning into my channel. It's WIP It Wednesday for Wednesday, May 18th, 2022. So if you want to see what I've been working on, please stay tuned. Before I go any further in the video, I just want to thank everybody who has reached out to me in the last few weeks. I've been away from YouTube for about a month. I'm fine. I just took a little break. And so now I'm going to get back into the routine of regularly making videos. Hopefully I can do that relatively easily. It is getting close to the end of the school year, so I have been busy with wrapping up those kinds of things, end of the year concerts. My chorus performed at the board office for a board meeting. So just doing stuff like that. And right now you can see I have a field day shirt on. It is field week at my school. So we are having field day every day for the rest of the week, and then a couple days next week. And then the kids get out very soon on next Wednesday. So it's just that wind down time, but I have been taking some time to sew. I wasn't sewing for a little while, but what I've decided to do is try to sew at least 30 minutes a day. Sometimes I try to do an hour a day because there are two projects that I've been working on consistently, and I want to share one of them I can share. The other one is the world's largest quilt, which is actually over there on the machine. I am finishing up that quilting, hopefully, within the next week or so, getting that finished. And the person that I'm making it for doesn't want it shown yet until they actually get it. So I am gonna hold off on showing it, but once I can share it, I will. It's a gorgeous quilt. I just can't wait for you to see it. But we just have to wait until I can share it. So I'll show you a few little scrap things that I've been working on as like leader ender projects. Because like I said, I haven't been doing any real sewing. I've mostly been sewing for fun, except for these two commission projects. So let me show you. I'm not sure if I've shown these 9 patches. These are for my Quilt As You Go project that I'm going to be working on. And I just do these, let me hold this one up for real. I do these as leader enders. These are 5-inch squares that I have sorted into background and color, and I just pull from these to make 9 patches. Some of them have the light or the neutrals on the corners. Some of them have pattern fabrics or color fabrics on the corners. So that's just one of the projects that I've been working on. I've decided to try a new leader ender project. It's going to be behind me right here. I want to do a postage stamp quilt, or at least start some blocks for a postage stamp. These are 2.5-inch squares, and my goal really is to make each block with a different focus color. So this one, the focus color is red, but I have my squares sorted here. I don't know if I said they're 2.5-inch squares, but they are 2.5-inch squares. And so when I cut scraps, I cut for the largest scrap that I can get. So sometimes it's a 5-inch square, sometimes it's a 2.5-inch square. And if anything left over that's big enough, it goes into my crumbs. So my goal is to make, I don't know how many blocks, but I want to just start making blocks. These are actually just little 2 patches. They haven't been stitched together. I was not sure about how I wanted to do that. I actually asked one of my sons, I asked Cameron, how big should I make it? Because I was gonna do like a 4 block like this, so that it's only 16 long or 16 squares. But to me, it's just tiny. So he suggested that I do a 6x6 block, so a 36 square block. So that's kind of where I'm headed now. But when I really think about it, a 6x6 block is way more. It's to me, it seems like way more squares. Even it's 12 more squares than the 4x4. So I just have to keep that in my brain as I'm working. But really, I do want to make a postage stamp. I just couldn't bear the thought of doing the starting with the 1.5 inch squares. But I had these 2.5, so we're gonna go with those and see how it works out. I'm trying to think what else I've been working on. There's one more project that I'll share here. Wait, did I do anything on my? I did a little bit on this, but since this is a leader ender project, I feel like I kind of had to choose. And so I've been working more on this as leader enders than on my Pellon strips. But nevertheless, it will all get done at some point. The other commission project that I've been working on is a bear. And so this is it. I'm in the middle of stuffing it. I have the head and torso, and I have this leg partially stuffed. It's not all the way ready yet. But what's interesting about this bear is that the dress that it came from was also a sewn piece. So I'm recycling a piece that was sewn. It wasn't like purchased. So I have the bodice of the dress. It's still right here intact. Okay, and what I noticed in it was that it didn't have a tag, and you can see, like, you can really tell that someone made this. It wasn't like purchased. So it's a pretty dress, and so I guess this fabric is sort of a vintage. So I guess I'm making like a vintage teddy bear. Is that a thing? Can I call it a vintage bear if I'm making it out of vintage fabric? I don't know. Leave it in the comments, whatever you think. But I am in the process of finishing this up. Hopefully it'll be finished in the next couple days, and I can give it to its owner maybe by the end of this week, maybe early next week. Okay, so this is a great little project. Since it was just one bear, it didn't take long to sew, so I'm excited about that. Okay, so I'm going to scoot this back here, and I have another commission project that I need to start. This is a quilt, and so I think I'm gonna, when I finish that bear, I'm gonna start on this quilt. I'm gonna open it here on camera. I'm just trying to be gentle because I don't want to accidentally cut any fabric. So this is actually quilt number 4. You guys have seen the other quilts that kind of go, I don't know if it's a series of quilts, but it's the same customer. All right, so I don't want to hurt myself here. So I want to open it here so you can see it. I've already seen a picture of it, but I've never opened it to see it in person. So I have the measurements here. Thank you for getting the measurements for me. And this is the person whose stuff it is. She measured the quilts, and she's done a good job, so I'm not going to measure it when I start to work on it. If you are new to my channel, I've recently gotten commissions for 4 quilts to finish out. The person sends me the quilt top and backing fabric, and she sends enough backing fabric to do the batting and the binding. And what she's been sending is muslin. So I fully expect to have a muslin for backing and binding on this one. And then the quilt. All of the quilts were hand pieced. So that was a very interesting challenge for me to quilt a hand pieced item. Okay. And I'm very excited about this one. So let's see. Here we go. All right, so I don't think that I'll be able to show the whole thing, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna lay it out and take a picture of it. I might do that, but here it is. Let's see. I hope you can see what you can see. Oh my gosh. Let me make sure it's completely hand pieced. Oh, it is. Okay. So this is a flying geese quilt. I think I kind of want to come up close so you can see it, but I'm gonna hold it up here. I will go upstairs and take a picture of this. But take a look at that. It's very cool. I didn't notice this in the pictures, but all of the, I don't know if you can see it on camera, all of the geese in one column are the same fabric. So let me come up close to that, close to the camera so you can see that. Let me see what you can see. All right, so you see here's a green, floral, red hearts, another floral, another little red floral, green, red, blue, and then teal right here. So cute. Let me see, I'm gonna zoom out the camera. Let me see if I can do that. How do you do that? Nope, that's in. All right, so I think this is the best that we're gonna get right here. So I'll open it out like this. Okay. So how cool is this? I really love this quilt. I've loved all of the ones that I've done so far, but there's something special about this one, I think. So I'm excited to see how I'm going to quilt it. I have an idea. The idea I have is to quilt it in the ditch, but I'm not sure how, I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that yet because I know it'll take a long time. To me, it would be worth it, but leave in the comments what ideas you have about quilting this quilt. Let me zoom the camera back down a little bit, see what we can get. Oh, never mind, I think we're good. Okay, so that's my newest commission quilt. The measurements on that quilt are 78 by 56. So I'm excited to see how it comes together. I will show you the muslin. Here it is, and I think this is 4.5 yards of muslin because it is it's 44 inches or 42 inches. So it's a pretty big piece of muslin. My plan, oh, it says Russell here. My plan for this quilt, first I'm gonna make the binding, then I'm gonna put the backing fabric together, and then press the top, pin it, and then I'll see about how I want to quilt it. Okay, so you will be on that journey. I will take you, I don't know if I'll take you through each individual step, but as I make my WIP It Wednesday videos, you'll be able to see the progress that I make on it. Okay, and now that I've shown it on video, I am accountable to you guys and to myself to get started on it and get it done. So excited about that. Let's see, I think that's all of the projects. Again, I'm just so appreciative to those of you who reached out to me. I'm good. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I love the quilting community because we check on each other and make sure that we're okay. So again, thank you. If you have any questions about what you've seen in this video, leave them in the comments below. Thumbs up this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!